So friends, you guys know, per my last video, I'm not doing great. And usually when I'm not doing great, it's because I've not been outside enough. And I've not been going on enough walks. So that's what we're going to do today. You can see it is fairly chilly out. And we're going down to the valley. Into the valley, you know, because I live on the side of a mountain. And it's cold down there, usually. And it's still 9:45 in the morning. And I'm going to do something that I've been wanting to do. I've had them in my purse and I just keep freaking forgetting. So if any of you guys are local to me and you guys know Grogan Park, I'm going to be leaving free art down there. Okay, it's not like great art. It's not, you know, monumental. It's something that I imagine like a small child would love to find. You know, it's like they're walking, you know, along the trail. It's usually going to be along the trail. Hanging on the trees is somewhere I'm going to put it. So, you know, it seems more magical. But I've got right here a couple pieces of art that I've been wanting to leave in the park for someone to find. I did kind of tag it, like put my channel name on there. It's kind of like advertisement in a way, but not so much, you know, it's not really advertisement. It's just a way for, you know, to connect with people who are local to me, who, you know, enjoy these kind of things. Oh shoot, I think it, there we go. So this is the first one that I did. This is kind of like a 3D painting, and I just added some charms to it. It's just, you know, a little cute something that you could easily cover up the channel name and everything. Just put like a piece of paper or something on the back of this, glue it, and it can easily just become like a little decoration for their room. It's just a little forest, a little magical forest. Hello, Tina. I got Tina here, wanting his morning love. He comes in once a day wanting some love, and that's about it. Okay, and then the next one that I got here, this one is a little bit cuter. This one's got like a fairy wand on it. So what you could do with this one, actually, if you find it, you can just separate the fairy wand and like use it. You can use it as a necklace or whatever. It's just a little wooden piece with a tree that I wood burned into it. Yeah, so I'm going to be hanging these in the park. They are free to take. If you find them, please take them. Follow the channel. If you do already, you know, just tell one of your friends about the channel. And then I have one more. Let's see. It's right here. So this one is another little wooden piece that I added a little resin moon to. And I added this little piece of paper here. It just says, follow the hidden shaman on YouTube. And yeah, just 3 little decorative ornaments that I'm going to be hanging in the park. If you find them, I would love it if it was, you know, like a younger kid to find these things, because, you know, I know when I was a kid, if I would have found something like this in the woods, I would have been so, not in the woods, but at the park, you know, kind of in the woods. You know, I'm going to be putting them in the trees along the river, which means the whole expanse of the river, from the third ball field all the way to the bend in the trail on the other side. So if you want to find these, just look along the whole trail. It's a good way to get you guys motivated out to walk, because walking is really good for our mental health. The best way to move through difficult emotions, I have found, is through movement. Going out and walking. Just moving your body in anything. Doing anything, really. Doing anything instead of nothing. Instead of sitting there and focusing and festering on the negative, get out and do something. So what we're going to do also is we're going to pull some tarot cards down at the river to get a message of guidance that I don't know if you guys are needing, but I am definitely needing in this time. I've been going through a lot. Well, you guys know. And my mother, on top of all those other things, I did forget to mention my mother having one of her outbursts, I should say. So with my mother, it's very difficult. She is the type of person, she has found her stance on what she wants to blame all of her pitfalls in life on. You know, she tells the same story of something that happened in her life when she was in her late teens, early 20s. Yeah, it was a really fucked up situation. I get it, you know. But at some point, you guys, we have to take ownership of our stories. We have to stop telling people our flaws so much. We have to stop feeding into the story of this happened to me, that person did this to me, and this is why, those are the reasons I'm fucked up and I'm continuing to stay fucked up. That's all that is. And I know this sounds harsh, you guys, but I can't stand people like this. I cannot stand it, and I can't stand it because there's so many of them in my life. And if you are one of these people and you're watching this, know that this comes from a place of love. That I love you and I see something more in you, and I feel you're doing yourself a disservice when you continue to negatively talk about yourself. When you continuously tell a negative story to people over and over again. You are the writer of your own life. Don't ever, you know, if I have so many reasons. I'm getting emotional because this is so close to home. I have so many reasons to be a fucked up person. I have so many valid reasons to be a shitty person. Trust me, I've heard them all from a lot of people. And I have so many reasons. I could have stayed a drug addict. I could have stayed a thief. I could have stayed a liar, a scammer. I could have stayed those things very easily because my childhood was fucked up. I never had anybody care for me. I've been to jail multiple times. I spent a lot of time locked up. You know, I was mistreated by the mental health system. I have mental health problems. Do you see how many negative things I could tell about myself and the narrative I could continue to, you know, push upon my life? Do you see how much it impacts you? So, if you're doing this to yourself, if you're saying, if you're coming up with a bunch of excuses of why your life is shit, and you're not realizing your life is crap because you allow it to be that way, because you negatively spin tales about yourself, because when you meet new people, you tell them what you could be instead of what you actually are. Do you see what I'm saying? I really hope this makes sense. Anyway, let's get down to the park. I hope that message, absorb that message, because that is one of the most important things that I have learned about life is you can be anybody you want. And that goes for good or bad. If you want to be a low down, dirty drug addict, victim, you could be that all day long. But know you're going to be that alone. And you cannot guilt trip people into not wanting to be in your life. If all you do is push a sob story, nobody wants to be around that. So take your power back. This is what I tell Mark. This is what I tell everybody in my life. Take your fucking power back. Realize that you, literally in this moment, you can realize that you could say no to the toxic thing in your life. That you could choose to do something different instead of what you're always doing. Okay? So let's take our cards. Let's take our gifts. Let's take our all of our stuff. Make sure we've got plastic bags for trash that we may come across, that we will come across. And let me get a bottle of water and let's get to walking. Oh, it's a beautiful day out. I don't know if you could see, but the trees are already starting to turn. Mark and I just got 1,000 seeds each for that pampas grass. You can see all these leaves turning down here. Oh, it's so beautiful. All the humidity is gone and there's like a cool breeze. Like my hands are actually cold. My favorite time of year. It's still in the high 70s. Here's a bunch of canna lilies. It's in the high 70s. And still pretty warm at night. Still in the mid 50s at night. Oh, look at that bush. Isn't that beautiful? All these beautiful flowers down here. Here's the little cove that I usually come to. I don't know if you can really see it right now. Hold on. Okay, now you can see it better. Good thing I put my waterproof boots on. I was going to put that first one over here, but oh, look, here's some of those flowers. Look at those. See, all the hillsides are covered with these. I think they're like some type of aster. I don't know, maybe a fleabane. Hello. I definitely scared those old ladies off. I don't know why people think I'm so weird. I'm just out here identifying plants. I don't know what's so weird about that. But yeah, those flowers over here. These are smooth blue asters. And the hillsides right now, all over Southwest Virginia, Western North Carolina, East Tennessee, they're covered with the blue asters and the goldenrod. Oh, here's a goldenrod right here. And actually, a lot of people think that goldenrod it causes allergies, but it doesn't. It causes no allergies, and it's actually really good for you. Really good for your respiratory system. If you make a tea out of the flowers and drink it, it's really, really good for your lungs. But you could see there's some asters. There's a lot of rudbeckia over here. Looks like just some wild black-eyed Susan or rudbeckia. You can see here. And here's some Joe Pye weed right here. Oh, look here. This is a... What is that? What are those called? Oh, I can't remember. But so many beautiful flowers, and these are all wildflowers. And there is a lot of vetch through here, like all this stuff right here. This is vetch. Lots and lots of medicinal plants in our area. That's the cool thing. This big tree right here that is dying is a white ash. There is some branches on the ground, but they do look very not healthy, so I'm not going to collect any. I was going to leave a art piece here, but oh, maybe I can leave it right here on this bridge. That's a good place. So the first one, oh, I had my backpack open. First one, we're going to leave the little resin pendant, the painting. So this is here for free for anyone if they find it. I'm going to hang it here. And there you go, free art. I really hope somebody finds that. It's down here on the bridge. Alright, let's go see what other wildflowers we can find. See, look, this river is just full of wildflowers. So beautiful. Yeah, that one woman, one of those old ladies, I was in the creek last summer looking for hagstones, and she kept walking past me, and finally she just couldn't stand it no more. She goes, I don't mean to be nosy, obviously being nosy, but what are you doing? And I said, oh, I'm just looking for stones. Like, it's really, because I live in the Bible Belt, so you don't want to just outright tell people, oh, I'm looking for magic stones. They're going to be like, okay, she's crazy. They already think that about me, but, you know, I don't just outright say things like that. I want to show you this though. Look at these beautiful flowers. This whole freaking little hillside is covered with them. I'm going to take a couple pictures real quick. And this place has overgrown a ton. But look at this tree right here. I love this tree. And this shit right here is all over in my garden. I've been trying to get rid of that in my garden forever and I just can't. We got some jewel weed, some liatris. Oh, did you see that blue jay? The crows have been making lots of noise since I've been down here. They've actually followed me. 4 of them out of the flock, or out of the murder, followed me. And I did wear my waterproof boots. So let's go down here and see if we can find any. Can we get down here? Yeah, looks like a deer trail right here. Let's go down here and see what we can find. This spot is usually deep underwater. So I'm gonna set you guys right here while I have a look around. Hagstones are super tricky. You really got to. Oh, but look. It's almost one. I'm going to put that back though. Very tricky to find. I really like to find the really small ones so I can make jewelry out of them. Oh, is that one? Oh, that's almost one. Oh, look at this. A super teeny, here's a couple of super tiny little shells. So since the Appalachia mountains used to be underwater millions of years ago, you always find these little teeny tiny spiral shells down here. I mean, I find them in my garden too, not just in the water. Oh look, somebody lost a little crock. Bunch of baseballs down in here. Starting to get warm out here. Shouldn't have wore this sweater because it's starting to get very hot. Y'all hear them crows just talking away. Let's look this way. Hagstones are tricky to find. You just really gotta pay attention. But I don't see none down here. Usually when I find them, it's pretty quick. They're usually like right on top. And if they're not, then I just go on my way. I found a bunch of almost ones, and I just put them back. So let's move on down the river. Right here is where I'm gonna hang the next little piece of art. Because I'm starting to feel pretty sick. So I don't want to spend too much time down here. And I left Jaxie and Tina in the house. So I'm gonna hang this one right here. So it's right behind the second ball field. All right, let's move on. Looks like a big old oak tree fell. Man, I'd love to get a piece of that wood. Look at it. Way up there. Poor tree. Too bad I can't get a piece of that wood so I can carve something out of it. But around here, the mushrooms and the lichen get to things pretty quick. Look at all the beautiful wildflowers. So many of these yellow flowers everywhere. Some more jewel weed right there. So many memories in this creek. It's weird how past parts of your life become like a dream or like somebody else's life. Like it didn't happen. Oh, so glad I wore my waterproof boots. Okay, I think I'm going to put this last one up over here, and then I'm going to go home because I am not feeling great, you guys. It is very beautiful over here, though. Oh. Oh, I've just got to show you how beautiful this spot is right here. Oh, such a beautiful spot. Okay. Yeah, my stomach's starting to feel really not great. So I'm going to hang this last one right here. I think this will be a good spot. Right here on this tree. Alright, we've got this last little guy. Uh-oh. A little thing fell off. The star. Shoot. Let's put that back on. There we go. Alright, I'm going to hang this guy right here. There we go. That's the last one. Oh shoot. We're going to have to pull a cart at home, guys, because I'm starting to feel really bad. But don't worry, I won't forget. So I'm going to walk home, and then we'll go out into the garden and pull a card. Okay, good morning, you guys. It is the next day. Last night I just felt so awful that I just couldn't get off the couch. I just felt terrible. I'm feeling better this morning. I got some sleep because yesterday night or night before yesterday I didn't get any sleep. So let's pull us a card real quick. Spirit guides, God, Goddess, ancestors, I am calling for guidance on this day, October 2nd, 2021. Where to keep our minds today on this Saturday? Is there any guidance that we need to hear? I'm just going to do pulling one card because this video is already too terribly long. I am making a cup of tea right now, which is what you hear. I'm seeking guidance for myself and anyone who may come across this video. I need to go to an ear, nose, and throat doctor because I think something is wrong with my sinuses because my ear is completely clogged. And if you guys can see, my face is swollen right now. Really bad. But I'm having a lot of issues with this side of my face. My sinuses, they will not unclog. And my ear feels like it's full of water as well. Very uncomfortable. Guidance for anyone who may come across this video and anyone who needs some guidance today. Please connect me to the higher realms, to the cosmic mind, to help us in today, just today. Help anyone who may see this message, who needs guidance. And myself, I need guidance. I know that. I've been having a hell of a time. Well, you guys know, I told you. But one thing on my walk last night, or yesterday morning, that I took you guys on, I was almost up the hill. I was almost all the way to the top of the hill, and I found a feather. Let me show you. I already washed it. Raven feather. Crow, raven. Yes. I found this on the ground underneath the big white pine tree that I always stop under. It was just sitting there on the ground waiting for me. So, okay. The moon reversed. I read reversed as the energy is coming into you. Like you are calling this energy to you. So let's look it up. First, let's do a intuitive read because I hardly ever do this. So you can see that there's a lot of water in this card, which means there's a lot of emotion. It looks like there may be a struggle in between what you know and what you want. I know that that's definitely been a theme for me in the last month. And you could see here there's kind of a reference to the Tower card. And there's a long journey ahead through all of this emotion and through all of these things that you know that you should be doing, and like your intuitive spirit, you know, things that you know you shouldn't be doing, but you do anyway. It's going to be a big struggle, but you will get there and you will reach the top of your mountain. Top of your mountain meaning better times, better success, better relationships. It seems there is a lesson to be learned here. So let me read that's my intuitive reading on that. So 10, 50, 18. Yes, Dixie. The moon conjures up hidden impulses, even the creature of the depths, i.e. the old deep-seated instincts. A sky decorated with gold seems suddenly to be close enough to touch. This can be upsetting, like a night when a moon is full, an invitation and exhortation to have the courage of your strongest feelings. The moon stands for the collective subconscious or the oceanic feeling. Basic meaning with this card, we often find ourselves in moods that at first we don't understand. There is a danger of being swept away by these spiritual surges. And the great opportunity consists in experiencing empathy with all creatures, feeling at home in all places, and taking on a wider identity. Then we can see what is divine in every event and in every created thing and within ourselves. Empathy, not sympathy. Love, share, but don't identify yourself with other people's emotions. The greatest feelings and the final matters of life are realities that need to be lived as much as anything else. The promise contained in this card is the transformation from a life of longings and cravings to one of release and energetic satisfaction. Give the nocturnal side of you space without surrendering to it. Take your partner with you. Make peace with your God and your world. This card is an encouragement to open one's heart and cast off one's awkwardness. The card warns against the kind of feelings that surface at full moon and threaten to engulf us. We get sucked below and stand there unable to move or bark at the moon. The gates of heaven are wide, wide open. Full moon, half moon, and the sun are merged into one. Negative. Day and night are one. One lives the whole life as if in a dream. The moon is fully illuminated. The nighttime wishes are fulfilled in the day. Although the moon stands for the vast oceanic feelings, for the collective subconscious, it has personal traits as well. In the beginning and in the end, we find the personal stories. 15 golden drops in the form of the Hebrew letter J characterize a glittering fluid, the transition between heaven and earth, the wandering of souls, the glowworms, the divine spark. Dog equals tamed, wolf equals wild. The path winds through a twilight of animal drives. Ancient instincts and urges handed down through the generations carve out their course from the source to the Blue Mountains, The crustacean stands for old age feelings and instincts that make their appearance here and call to be dealt with and resolved, or they slip away again, diving down and going back into hiding. The gates of heaven are open amazingly wide here. Why not simply stride on through? For the towers are a warning against rigidity, against turning into a pillar of salt, like Lot's wife in the biblical story. The whole path of life, unification of the world and the other world, our twin homes in the here and now are in the hereafter, a symbol of faith and great dreams that encompass a whole lifespan. The unconscious and primordial, the crayfish, and the upper reaches of the emotions and beliefs, the Blue Mountains. Both sides need to be resolved and brought together in the green swords of everyday normality. The heavens equal the divine realm and the realm of the will. Light blue equals open sky, clear water, positive, lightheartedness, nonchalance, purpose of will, lucid mind, negative, confusion. So this is saying, figure out who you are. Figure out, what do you do? What are your reactions? Okay, so your reactions aren't your feelings. You should not, and with other people too, you should not like sandwich somebody to their reaction, because a reaction is just like a reflex. Okay, it's not anything that's thought through. It's not coming from the heart. It's just the body. Okay. So like if you get into an argument and the person's reaction is to snap, that obviously means that they're holding on to something very heavy within that they are not working through. Same if you yourself are going through this. This video is already super long, but I hope this helped you guys let go of your old behaviors, old instincts, things that you used to, ways that you have always reacted. Try to change it or accept it, but explain it. Let people know, you know, like with me. I'm actually just going to make this a separate video because this is really long and I don't want to attach it. But anyway, with me, my reactions, if you judged me based on my reactions, you would think I was heartless, uncaring, hateful, mean. You would think those things about me. But once you get to know me and you know my heart and that I react with anger because I'm scared, okay? So if Jexie, get out of the cupboard, please. Jexie, get out of there. If I all of a sudden like snap, it's because I'm scared. If I take control of a situation, it's because I feel like things are out of control. So it's not so much that I believe in the way, like it's not so much that I am negative and very, very reactive, but my reactions can give people the wrong impression of me. And other people's reactions can give me the wrong impression of them. Like for the longest time, I didn't think Mark cared about me at all. But if you get underneath those reactions, if you get underneath those basic instincts, those basic human drives that we all possess, if you get past those things, you can actually then get to a person. You can get to their core, their true being. I hope this helped you guys. I love you all so much, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye.